ranking the best middle linebackers in Madden 25. And boys, we're back here with another tier list update. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the middle linebacker position. Before we get into today's video, I do want to talk about our sponsor real quick, MMOEXP.com. If you guys want an alternative to buying packs, consider buying coins at MMOEXP and make sure to use code DILL at checkout for 5% off your order. Now, before we do go ahead and get into the new cards right here, of course, so much has changed post Zero Chill. Now, these are some things that I want to change. First off, I think Luke Kuechly, now with no discount abilities, more along the lines of like A tier, and I still think that like Luke, Mike Singletary, and Devin Lloyd, like this is a good A tier right here because I think they're better than the B tier from a core rating standpoint. Now, also right here, I do want to move some people around. I want to move this Tremaine Edmonds up into A with the 1 AP mid-zone knockout. With the discounted mid-zone knockout, I feel like he has this A tier value now. Now, I don't really love his core ratings, but again, I think he at least has this A tier value. Now, let's move on to the stocking stuffers right here, where we've talked about these cards a ton in previous videos, where if you do use the upgrade token, I think Henry To'oTo'o may very well be on this A tier level, but I think their main value was at that 87 with the 0 AP ability, and now they just completely lost that. So for me, they're going to be F tier if you do not upgrade them. Of course, if you upgrade them, I think Bobby Wagner is around like the B tier level. I think Henry To'oTo'o is on that A tier level. Now, Ernest Jones as well. Again, his main value to me was the 0 AP ability. Now that he lost that, I'm going to go ahead and drop him into the F tier. And one person I want to move up is going to be Paul Posluszny right here. I think he's more along the lines of like these guys from a core rating standpoint. So yeah. Now, the very first card we got today is an upgradable Ivan Pace that starts off in an 85, and with upgrade tokens, the playoff upgrade tokens, you get him through the field pass challenges and head-to-head. Of course, he can get up to a 94 overall, and this card is 5'11", so a little bit shorter, but does have 95 speed, 94 acceleration, 90 agility, 92 change of direction. He does have a little bit of pass rush, but as a middle linebacker, you don't really need it. On top of that, does have 89 zone coverage, which you can easily get up to that 90 level, and also doesn't have the big hitter trait on. Yes, play ball and air conservative. We don't love that. We would like play ball and air aggressive if he could get it. And also right here does get some discounts, 1 AP goal line stuff, 1 AP run stopper. I think Ivan Pace from a core rating standpoint, all the way upgraded, I think he is on this A tier level, and I think you can debate placement. Like, I don't hate to take that you think Tremaine Edmonds is the best one in this tier just because of the discounted mid zone. We also get 90 overall Tyreek Hill at middle linebacker. Now, this card is 5'10", so a little bit shorter. He does have 94 speed, 93 acceleration, 91 agility, 96 change of direction, so really good balance of physical stats. Also, again, decent pass rush with 88 finesse moves, not the best run defense, but 90 man, 90 zone, no big hitter trait on. Yes, and has play ball and air balance. Now, where I think this card is really valuable is, again, because he's so tiny, right? I think he's actually a really good loop defender in the game. If you guys are running that style of defense, like out of the dime 1-4, out of nickel 3-3 odd, like there is a ton of good loop pressure in this game. And I think, again, Tyreek Hill being this small helps out a ton with those style of defenses. So I think Tyreek Hill, man, I don't even hate to take that you think this card's S tier again as a looper, but I think from a core rating standpoint, just how he plays coverage, I think he's again on this like A tier level. Like, I think he's a little bit better than the B tier guys, moves a little bit better. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and have him in the A tier, kind of by like Ivan Pace. After that, though, we get middle linebacker out of position card Jimmy Graham, and this card is 6'7", so crazy tall, 93 speed, 90 acceleration, doesn't have the best agility or change of direction, but I think again 6'7" makes up for a lot of those issues. Also, this card does have 90 man and 90 zone, good run defensive stats as well, no big hitter trait on. Yes, play ball and air balance, and of course this card doesn't get discounts, but I think what he can offer you, again, with the 6'7" man, I think this is an S tier linebacker in the game, and I think you can debate that he is potentially the best middle linebacker that we're going to cover. I think that 6'7" just makes plays that other people can't. It's why I really like the Rob Gronkowski outside linebacker still as well. So yeah, Jimmy Graham is going to be top end of this S tier for me. After that, we get a card that really it's all going to be about when the ranked season ends, how good is this 94 Isaiah Simmons, because he is 6'4", again, crazy good height, 95 speed, 95 acceleration, 94 agility, 95 change direction. Also, again, not the best pass rush, does get all 32 team chems too, so could potentially get him up to 97 speed on like a full theme team, or just 96 if you guys are doing some hybrid like 2020 type theme teams. And also this time 90 man, 90 zone, of course, no big hitter, but does have play ball and air aggressive, which is really nice to get. Also, what's weird on Isaiah Simmons, I hope they fix this, like what you're going to see on his 94 is no discounts, right? But if you go to his, I believe the bronze version, the 87, right, this is where he has 1 AP mid zone. I am banking on the fact that they kind of messed this up, and it's supposed to be on the hero card. And I'm assuming, of course, this card will get 1 AP mid zone. Now the thing about this is you could be like, this is just a mud.gg thing. No, if you guys go into the catalog and you go to the bronze card, that one has the 1 AP mid zone. This card does not. So I think they messed it up. I think they'll fix it. Isaiah Simmons, even if he didn't get 1 AP mid zone, I think he's an S tier player right now. I will say, if this list is like anywhere close to how it will look by the time we get Isaiah Simmons, this is very well the S tier of middle linebacker right here. So I think this is a good rank reward to stop at. I know Warren Sapp and Darnell Washington doesn't look too bad. I don't know, man. I think Isaiah Simmons, you know, you're not going to be able to pick him up from the auction block. A 1 AP mid-zone linebacker, good speed, all 32 team chems. I think he very well could be the best middle linebacker in the game. After that, we get 94 overall Jack Gibbons right here. And this card is 6'3", 242, 93 speed, 97 acceleration, 84 agility, 95 change of direction. So a little bit lower agility, but this time does have 90 zone coverage, not the best man, 90 impact blocking as well. No big hitter trade on yes, and play ball and air conservative, but I think Jack Gibbons, I think he's on the level like the other zero chill players. I'm gonna place him in the A tier. After that, we get 94 overall Nakobe Dean, and this card is 5'11", 231, 94 speed, 96 acceleration, 87 agility, 90 change of direction. This card as well, 90 block shed, 94 impact blocking, and 88 zone coverage, 84 man. I would have liked to hit 90 zone this card. I believe you can make it work with some strategy items, but this card does have the big hitter trade on yes, and play ball and air balance. And of course, Nakobe Dean does get some discounts as well, where he gets the 2 AP mid zone knockout. And I think this is another card that for me is just going to be an A tier player. I think you can debate where he ranks. I just think he's in this A tier. Really, I just think all these linebackers are going to play like around the same level. After that, we get a personal favorite Dill card right here. We get Brian Cushing, aka like, you know, it's Brian Cushing, aka Brian Crushing, you know, but he is 6'3", 255. Now from a core rating standpoint, 93 speed, 96 acceleration isn't bad. The agility and change of direction are weak. The pass rush really doesn't offer you much. He's a middle linebacker. You don't really care about that. Also offers you no man or zone. So why do I like this card? Usually I hate cards like this. Like usually this would be like almost an easy addition to the F tier, but he has a big hitter trade on yes, play ball and air balance, and for me it's two things. So first off, getting lurk artist for 0. I mean, just being able to catch your interceptions. I don't think it's really the lurker part of it, jumping up and animating crazy. I don't think that's what lurk artist does effective this year. I think what lurk artist is effective at this year is just catching interceptions. And for me, the big thing, if you've been watching any of the gameplay, it's the avalanche, man. Like I swear we average like a turnover a game with this. This is pretty crazy. It works on conservative. It's a way to get turnovers. I love this card, and you might think I'm overrating him, but he's my personal middle linebacker one. I know a lot of people probably have Jimmy Graham over him, but I love this card right here. If you can fit in avalanche, again, just a way to create turnovers, this is going to be an S tier player for me. Really, it's all about abilities, not really core ratings. Also get 95 Brian Bosworth right here. Now, first off, I mean, he's going for 1.3 mil. Do I think this card is worth his price? Hell no. But he's 6'2", 255, 93 speed, 96 acceleration, 86 agility, 91 change of direction with 81 zone. It's just like at this point, you know, it's not really good, not really great man either. Big hitter trade on yes, play ball and air conservative. But the biggest thing on this card is the fact that he gets mid zone knockout for 1 AP, right? And if we look at linebackers that get mid zone knockout for 1 AP, it's like Brian Bosworth that we're covering right now. Tremaine Edmonds gets it as well, and I think he is a step above Tremaine Edmonds. And the reason you would run him is the 1 AP mid zone knockout. For me, he's going to be S tier, but I don't like his price. Like, he is someone in this S tier right now. I would much rather run Jimmy Graham or Brian Cushing, but Brian Bosworth gonna slightly make it. I think he does what Tremaine Edmonds does, just a little bit better. And right after that, we get 95 overall Roquan Smith. This card is 6'1", 232, 95 speed, 94 acceleration, 90 agility, 90 change of direction. I mean, decent pass rush on the card, 90 man, 90 zone. This card also big hitter, play ball and air balance. Another expensive card though. This card's going for like 2.5 mil. Do I think he's worth that price? No. But this card is someone that gets mid zone knockout for 2 AP. I think he does what Nakobe Dean does, just slightly better. And I am going to slightly place him in the S tier as well. It's just like, dude, I don't think him or Brian Bosworth are worth their price. I do not recommend these cards. Last but certainly not least, right here, we get the Gauntlet Reward Payton Wilson. Now, this card right here is 6'4", 238, 92 speed, 95 acceleration with 90 agility, 90 change of direction. Also, pretty good pass rush as well. Like 91 finesse moves, has only the finesse move traits on yes. Like, he is basically an outside linebacker at that point, right? Like, he has really good pass rush, 90 block shed, 94 impact blocking, 86 zone is still solid. Also, let's look at the auctionable version. My bad on that. So yeah, it's literally the same stats, so same traits too. Nothing really changed. Abilities on the card. This card gets some discounted buckets where he can go ahead and get the mid zone for 1. I think that's the biggest thing. Forcer or lurker, you know, doesn't really do much for me. I just think it's the mid zone for 1. And Payton Wilson, again, I think he's kind of like better than Tremaine Edmonds, and I think he's better than Brian Bosworth too, with like hitting that zone. And also, if you use him correctly, like kind of as an outside linebacker, I think he is, again, an S tier player in the game. So yeah, I think these 3 cards right here, though, what they're going for price wise, I would not pay it. I would rather run Jimmy Graham. Brian Cushing is my middle linebacker one for sure. Yeah, this is what my middle linebacker tier list is looking like. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with. Who do you think should go up? Who do you think should come down? Now, if you guys did enjoy this video, though, you enjoy content like this, want to stay updated with everything that's the best here in Madden 25, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Now, if you guys do want to go and see me use these cards live on stream, I've been streaming on both YouTube and Twitch. To watch on YouTube, make sure that noti bell as well. You'll be notified every time I upload or go live here. Or if you guys want to watch on the Twitch, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with a follow. But if you guys do want another video to watch, check out this one right here.